Thanks for coming in today.
Hi, Samantha. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well today, thanks.
Good. So, what two words would you use to describe how you're feeling right
Exhausted and exhausted.
now? So, why are you feeling exhausted?
I feel that just sort of adding in the bit of cardio that I've been doing has really taken my workouts to a whole other level, and have really just started to wear me out. I know it's only been a week, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping that my body will adapt to it a little bit, and then hopefully I won't be as tired next week.
Yeah. What was the best moment for you this past week?
The best moment really was probably I'm in a volleyball class right now, and that helps to contribute to my overall cardio levels, I think.
Yeah.
And there's this one girl in my class who no one really likes, and she just talked a lot. And I went up and spiked the ball over the top of her.
Yeah.
And they gave her a look like, yeah, what's up now? Come at me, bro. And I was like, heck yeah. And so that felt pretty good. I just played pretty well overall against her team, and I was like, I hate you so much. I'm so glad I played well.
Well, I guess I sense a little competitiveness inside you.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Well, okay. Well, it sounds like, you had a tough week with adding the cardio in with your strength training and such. But it sounds like you had some fun too with your volleyball class.
Yeah.
And that's really good. So you were talking about how you were really exhausted this week. What do you think led to that, being so exhausted?
Well, because I'm trying to lose weight, my calories are down, so my energy level hasn't been the same.
Okay.
I've been relying a lot on caffeine. Diet Mountain Dew has been my best friend for the last week.
Yeah.
Diet, of course, because I don't want the extra calories. And then just because I'm usually pretty tired after just my weight training stuff is over, and then trying to do cardio after that is just really takes a lot out of me, I feel. So, like I said, I'm just hoping my body will adapt to it soon and everything will work out.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you definitely have some motivation there that's helping you
Definitely.
to pursue this
Definitely.
workout even though you're exhausted. Good. So now why don't we go in to review your goals from last week that you set for yourself?
Okay.
What goal would you like to start off with first?
I don't even remember what we talked about last week.
Okay, well I have it written down. So you wrote down 3 goals. You said on Monday you're going to go to the store and buy fruits and vegetables. Your second goal is on Thursday you're going to talk to your friends and recruit a workout partner. And then your last goal was on Saturday you were going to go to Shields Sporting Goods and buy basketball.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about basketball.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm going to buy a basketball because I don't like running on treadmills or anything like that. It's just too stationary. I get bored really easy. So if I have something like basketball, that's kind of you run back and forth, so your cardio's still there, but it keeps you interested.
Yeah.
You know? And sometimes I'll play games or whatever, so that competitiveness comes out. That makes it a lot of fun. But on my way to Shields, my car wouldn't start at first, which was the worst. So I had to call a friend to come and jump my car. Then I tried to get gas on the way there, and when I got to the gas station, they were all out of gas. I don't know how that happens at a gas station. So then I had to go to a different gas station, paying more money for the same quality of gas. So I wasn't very happy about that. And then I got to Shields, and everybody there was Christmas shopping, so there was just so many people there.
Yeah.
And I like people to a certain extent, but there were too many people there.
Yeah.
With all their kids, and I just was like, I need to leave. So I went and got a basketball. I didn't realize how expensive basketballs are. Some of the balls that they have there are like $70. So I went and I just decided just to buy a relatively cheap ball. I think I paid like 20 to $30 for it. Um, Clearly not the best quality, but I'm only going to use it 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So I figured it was okay to save a little money now, and if I still like it, then I can always upgrade and do the cool kid thing and buy basketball shoes and shooting sleeves and headbands and sports goggles and all that stuff.
So it sounds like you got to Shields eventually
I did,
after all this
I probably
disaster.
should have just taken a train or something.
So you actually did get to Shields
Yeah.
eventually, and you did buy yourself a basketball.
I did.
Which is great. So you completed your goal. Did you actually like go out and use the basketball afterwards, or did you just get the basketball? And that was kind of it.
I just have the basketball. I haven't played yet since I've gotten it.
Okay.
The last time I played was Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. And I went to the store and got the ball on Friday. So
Okay.
I haven't used it yet, but I have it, and I'm intending to use it at some point
That's
this coming
great.
week.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, you completed your goal. Seems like, I mean, it was kind of a little bit of an issue at first getting to the store, but you managed to get there, which is great and surprising, actually.
So I would say the goal itself is maybe, I don't know, I guess probably only considered 50% complete since I only have the ball.
Yeah.
And then I think I'd consider it 100% complete when I actually use it.
Okay. Well, because your goal was just to get the ball. So
okay.
You're kind of, I mean, that's fine.
Kind of ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Well, hey, overachiever.
That's great, and it's great to hear you say that you figured out already that doing cardio in like running form or like biking or elliptical, whatever it may be, a stationary kind of thing isn't really what you like to do, and you already figured out that basketball, or you were talking about volleyball earlier, so something more active, involving more people, is something you're more into, which is great. So now we can talk about your next goal, whatever one you want to talk about next.
Buying healthier foods.
Okay.
Was not as bad. My car started up fine. I didn't need gas, so it was fine.
Good.
But when I got to the store, I sort of didn't really know what to look for. So I didn't know really what was considered healthy and what wasn't.
Okay.
So I just kind of shopped around, and I don't know, because I had never been taught, what's good for you and what's not. So, so I think I ended up buying some breakfast sandwiches instead of eating cereal, which I was told it's better. I got some vegetables, some frozen vegetables, a few cans of vegetables. So those lean cuisine frozen meals, because the word lean is in the title. So, and then some reduced sodium pasta sauce and whole grain pasta and that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Stuff that sounds really healthy is basically what I bought.
Okay. So it sounds like you went to the store and you got yourself some healthier food.
Yep.
What do you think was your best experience when you were at the store and buying the food?
Well, it wasn't as expensive as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
I actually ended up, I think I only spent like $40 or something like that, and I got quite a bit of food.
Okay.
They were having a sale on some stuff, and I was pretty excited about it. So that was nice. And then I tried one of the boxes of pasta. It's like this veggie noodle stuff. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's like the pasta's made out of vegetables.
Oh, okay.
They put servings of vegetables in the pasta or something. So I decided to try that because I don't like green things.
Good.
So that actually wasn't bad. It wasn't spectacular, but it wasn't bad either.
Yeah.
So
Good. So you actually learned that it's cheaper to maybe go with an intention of what you're gonna buy,
Sure.
and it's actually like the food wasn't as bad as you thought it might be.
Right.
Too. Great. Now let's move on to your last goal that you set yourself. It was getting a workout partner.
Yep. Well, with the working and schedules and school and everything, it was pretty tough. Last week, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, I started texting people, seeing if anyone was available to start working out. Nobody showed up at all week. There were people in my volleyball class who they're just there because it's a class.
Yeah.
When I played basketball a couple times last week, some kids were there and we just had a pickup game.
Yeah.
But other than that, I was kind of just hanging out by myself and not really doing a whole lot. I was just trying to keep moving and breaking sweat, I guess.
Yeah.
Pretty much what I was going for.
So it sounds like you tried to get some of your friends to play some basketball, but it didn't necessarily work out in your favor all the time.
Right.
But I mean, you did get a pickup game here and there,
Yeah.
so it did. Your reaching out did do a little bit.
Right.
It sounds like. What did you think you learned from that experience?
My friends are really lazy. I don't know. It's just difficult to do with scheduling and that sort of thing. So I think if everyone was more myself and then my friends were more flexible in their scheduling, or just sort of kept an open mind as to when things could get done, then I think we would have fun, hanging out or playing basketball or doing whatever, just as long as we're doing something instead of just sitting around watching TV.
Yeah. What do you think you could do differently next time to, with this goal that may make it more successful?
I could probably talk to some of the guys that were at the basketball court who are like there regularly.
Yeah.
I'd see when they come in and how often they come in, and exchange numbers or whatever, just so I know when people are going to be there and when they're not going to be there, and then I can show up around that same time. And then there'll at least always be someone there.
Great. Yeah, it seems like you're a pretty outgoing person. You're not afraid to ask people.
I try to be.
Yeah.
I mean, every once in a while I'm like, "Ooh, he's big. I don't want to be upset." But yeah.
So that I think will definitely help you, especially since basketball is more than a one-person sport. You need at least two people to play.
Right.
So I think that's great that you have that quality in yourself to go out and just not be afraid to find people to work out with. So if you could rate your success on that goal, what would it be? Like give it a percentage there, the 100%. What would you rate it?
On finding a workout partner?
Yeah.
Because no one showed up, I'd have to give it a 0.
That's it.
Maybe a 25% or something.
Yeah.
Just because I put the effort out there to try to find someone, but just schedules didn't work out right. So hopefully this coming week everything will work out and some people will show up. And I don't want like a huge group of workout partners because then everything takes forever. But if we're going to play basketball or something, then it'll be fun.
Yeah, we can definitely maybe talk about ways later and how to maybe get you to have more people to work out with and play basketball with if you want. All right, so now this time in our session, I'd like to move to your vision and your 3-month goals. Make sure they're still relevant to yourself, and you don't want to add anything to them or revise them either way.
Sure.
Is there anything that you can think of that you would like to add or take away, even if there's something that's not relevant?
Because of my schedule and how it is, I'll play basketball on Monday and Wednesday, and sometimes on Fridays, just
Mhm.
depending on the schedule. And then
Yeah.
I'll play volleyball Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Mhm.
So that's 4 or 5 times a week. I think last week we only wrote down 3 times a week
Mhm.
of doing cardio. So
Yeah.
if I include the classes, then that'll be 5 times a week. So if I can handle 5 times a week, I think we should increase that goal
To 5 times a week.
to 5 times a week, because then that's something that I'm already doing. So I might as well,
Yeah.
even when the classes end, I think I could continue to do it that way.
Okay.
I still like the weight goal. I lost a few pounds, but I think it's just because I haven't been eating as much food,
Mhm.
just because my calories are restricted and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, the physical weight of the food isn't there.
Mhm.
Um, Other than that, just trying to motivate, my friends and family into exercising. It'd have been nice to, like I said, have that workout partner there or something.
Okay.
But
Mhm.
that's something that I would like to accomplish, just to have, like my mom, for example, has orthopedic issues.
Mhm.
My dad has really high blood pressure and all this other stuff. So
Yeah.
the two of them, I feel like if they see me go through like a total body transformation, then maybe they'll look at themselves and be like, okay, well, we can do this too.
Okay.
Kyle's working and going to school and studying, and somehow still has time to change himself instead of just accepting who he
Yeah.
is.
Okay. So it sounds like you want to be like a motivator
Yeah,
for them
yeah.
and a sense of support for them
Yeah,
also.
yeah. I'd like for them to see me and be like, oh wow, like I didn't know he could do that.
Mhm.
Just sort of have like that sort of surprise about it.
Yeah. Okay. So how would you formulate that into a goal for yourself?
Um,
Or is it more for something that you could just work up towards because it's something long term?
I could say call my parents, 3 times a week or whatever, to check in on how their activities are going, or
Yeah.
make it a goal to find out why they aren't partaking in physical activity at the moment.
So, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So it sounds like maybe being more engaged with your parents and finding out what's going on with them.
Yeah.
Maybe not just going right at it saying like you need to walk, you need to do this, you need
Right.
to diet or whatever.
Right.
Maybe just seeing like what's going on
Right.
would be more beneficial.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
So I think setting a goal that says something along the lines of talk to your parents this week and find out what's going on with them.
okay. So more of like a short-term goal.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, probably.
talking to your parents. Okay. When we're later in the session, we goal set. I'll write it down that you want to talk to your parents. And we'll make sure to come to that. So as far as like a long-term goal for that, I don't really know if there's a way to really put it long-term.
Just to inspire them,
Okay.
I guess.
Maybe you want to add that to your vision
Sure.
instead of like a goal. So you want to like maybe add to your vision that you want to inspire.
Yeah, like become a form of inspiration for other
Okay.
people.
Yeah, definitely. Become a form of inspiration. Good. Okay. All right. So now I want, with the last time that we have in this session, I want to talk about something that's really important to you, whatever you find. And it seems like throughout the session, there's kind of been a few things that pop out that might be important to you, but I want to make sure that you pick the one that you really want to talk about. I mean, what we were just talking about how you want to be a sense of inspiration or motivation for your parents, and how you wanted to talk to them more on a regular basis and see what's going on. Or earlier, we also said we were talking about finding a workout partner and ways that you could go around that or something. So if any of those two things spark an interest, or if there's something else, feel free to talk about that too.
Well, I'm really into lifting weights, and I'm on the part of the powerlifting club at the university.
Yeah.
And with that, it kind of comes down to just, if you lose weight, then your numbers go down. And the goal there is to have the largest number. So while doing this cardio, I'm sort of confused and worried, like if I lose all this weight, are my numbers gonna drop, because I put all this time and effort into this one thing.
Yeah.
And then, doctors and health professionals tell you something else. So it's like, I don't know if I should stick with the thing that I love to do or do the thing that makes me healthy.
Okay.
So I'm really just trying to kind of find a middle ground if I can.
Okay.
I haven't found it yet, so hopefully it's coming soon.
Well, we can work on that. So you're kind of stuck in the middle between these two things. What do you think right now is, of those two things, is of like the most important to you?
Probably right now is probably losing weight, because that's what I'm focused on. That's what what my goal is right now. But like I said, it's like what's gonna happen when I get 3 months down the line, the weight is gone, and I've been doing all this cardio, but because I've been doing the cardio, my body's exhausted, I can't do the strength training anymore. What's gonna happen to my numbers from that? It's like I've been lifting for 8 years at this point. I don't wanna lose the weight, and then all the efforts that I made the last 8 years are just gonna be gone.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my brain's sort of running in circles.
So it sounds like you really want to lose weight and be a healthier person, but you also don't want to lose the strength that you've built for yourself.
Right.
These however many years that you've tried to do this for yourself. And it's like the weightlifting and being strong and big or whatever is something that's really important to you too, other than being this healthier individual.
Right.
So what do you think are like some ways that maybe you can do both? I mean, do you feel like there's any way that you can kind of have best of both worlds, or no?
Well, I've been doing some research on how it's possible to sort of have both, and the best ways to do that. And for me, it would be difficult, just because the best way I've seen to do it is to work out twice a day, and then have like a cardio session and then like a strength session. But I'm already, if I'm this tired after just doing a week of it, what's it gonna be like when I'm working out twice a day, on top of going to class and studying for exams and doing homework and working and that sort of thing. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay. Well, maybe do you want to brainstorm some ideas that might help you to do the best, be able to lose weight and keep your strength?
I could probably, next time I go to the rec center, could probably talk to one of the trainers there,
Mhm.
and maybe they have advice. You know,
Okay.
because they're pretty personable. I've talked to them a few times.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend money on a trainer, but maybe if they have some sort of advice as to, you know, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
so maybe they have, you know, some sort of program that they put people on, or maybe they have, maybe there's somebody there who knows about food and they could tell me, you know, diet information and that sort of thing. So,
Mhm.
maybe talking to the trainers, maybe going to, you know, GNC in the mall or whatever, and finding out if there's some sort of supplementation I can take to see, you know, maybe it'll help jumpstart something.
Mhm. Okay, so I have down talk to trainers about information. Maybe there's some supplements you can take that
Yeah.
might even just like boost your energy.
Right.
Some.
Right.
I could throw out there. Maybe you can do 30 minutes of cardio and then 30 minutes of strength training or something.
Sure.
So you're only there for one session, but I don't know. Is there anything else that you can think of?
Maybe like student health and wellness.
Okay.
I don't know if they have any sort of information on this sort of topic. I don't know if they're more of like a doctor's office or what, because I've never been there.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. From this list right there.
Yeah.
Are there any of those you can see yourself doing today? Like, which is there any idea that really jumps off the page? You would like to try.
I would like to see what the trainers had to say and see if they could give me any sort of, you know, give me their 10 cents worth or whatever.
Okay.
I'll even flip them a dime and see what they say. So I think that is something that I'm comfortable doing.
Okay.
Because like I said, I've talked to them before, and maybe they'll have some sort of miracle program for me that will just work.
Okay. Well, I think that's a good place for you to start. I mean, like you said, we've been saying you're a very confident person, and you can, you know, go and talk to people very easily. So, I think that would be a good start for you. If you could formulate that into a SMART goal, like how would you formulate that? Like going to talk to the trainers. To get information.
Could I just say ask trainers on Monday?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so then.
So you want to ask the trainers on Monday
about information.
Info.
Yeah.
For
losing weight while staying strong.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to ask the trainers on Monday about information for losing weight while staying strong. How confident are you that you can do this? On a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being I don't think I can do this, and 10 being it's no problem.
10.
A 10,
yeah,
no problem.
That's easy.
Why would you say a 10 and not a 6?
Because I'm confident that I can just go and talk to someone. I don't know if I'm gonna get the information back that I want, but I can. It's no problem just to throw it out there and see what they have to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think that you will. I think it'll be good. I think you'll find information that would be of some help.
For sure.
I think. So is there any? Earlier we were talking about another goal about talking to your parents. You want to incorporate that into your next week? Another goal for next week. Sorry.
Sure.
Okay.
I could just say, ask parents about activity levels, and that will hopefully lead into why they do or why they don't do a certain thing.
Okay. And what day are you gonna do that on? Or how many days a week you gonna do it on?
Tuesday.
You wanna do it on Tuesday?
I'll do it on Tuesday.
And then, did you want to set a goal for playing basketball or anything, or exercising, or?
I'd like to keep my goal at 5 times a week.
Okay. So you wanna
up it from what it was last week.
that was your 3-month goal, was to get up to regular doing cardio 5 times a week.
Oh, okay. So can I say this week I want to do cardio 5 times?
Well, I don't know how confident are you that you can do that.
I'm pretty confident because I do it 4 days a week by myself. So with classes and everything. So
Okay.
can I say 4 days? I want to take Friday off. I want to do 4 days.
Well,
Cardio.
these are your goals, so it's totally up to you.
Cardio 4 times this week.
Okay, so you want to do cardio 4 times a week. And you want to do it Monday through Thursday? Is that what you're saying?
Monday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday. For how long?
Just this week. I know.
Yeah, but how, duration wise?
Oh,
minutes or whatever.
Like an hour.
An hour?
I think an hour is
Okay.
good, because that's about
Good.
how long a class is.
Okay. And your cardio is going to be like volleyball or
Volleyball and basketball
Okay.
would be my main two.
Okay. Alright, and how confident are you that you can complete that goal on the same scale that I gave you before?
Like a 9.
A 9?
Barring some sort of catastrophic injury, I think I can handle it.
Okay. Why did you choose a 9 and not 5?
Because that's what I do normally now, and I feel like I can handle that.
Okay. And why? What would move it up to the 10?
Energy levels, I
Energy
guess.
levels,
If
okay.
there is something that could guarantee that I would have energy to do that all the time and still lift weights, then
Okay.
I don't see it being a problem. But
Yeah.
just if I'm tired one day and I just want to go home and go to bed,
Okay.
I may do that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I feel like these 3 goals are good for you. I'm confident in you that you'll be able to complete them. I think they're good for your where you're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Last week I think your goals were very small for you because you really went out there and want to make this change. So I think these goals are going to be harder than last week, some of them.
Definitely.
But I think I feel confident you'll be able to complete them and do good.
Excellent.
All right. Well, that completes our session. So I just wanted to say thank you for coming in today.
Well, thank you for having me.
If I could ask you, what was the biggest thing that you learned today in our session?
How to think for myself. Because you weren't really giving me advice or anything, so it was nice to not nice because it would have been nice if you would just told me what to do, but you sort of making me think for myself and learn how to do things.
Okay, great.
Learn how to formulate plans, I think is good.
Is there anything in the future that I could do differently in our coaching session that might help you better this session?
I think it was good. I think overall it would be beneficial.
All right, perfect. Well, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Take care.
You too.
I'm going to sit right here.